que te quiero, Scarlett.
You know this would happen?
Everything changed.
Es William de Missouri.
Nada está a salvo mientras Snow siga vivo. Y no puedo dar otro discurso al respecto.
It felt really good. I was blown away by how good it was, and felt really happy of how it turned out. I think Francis did an amazing job. There was a lot of stuff, that we shoot that we don't get to see what the end result's going to look like, and I was blown away by everything. Yeah.
Very satisfying, no?
Yeah, it was satisfying. It kind of gave me closure because it was sad to wrap up the movies, but it was the perfect way to end Katniss's journey, and I was so proud of them. And we're excited for the fans to see the movies because they see this one. It's really fantastic, and I'm not just saying that because
I want you to see
it's my job.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's the conclusion to all the stories, and these movies have been boiling up to this point throughout the saga, and now, I don't like calling it a saga. I just realized that feels weird.
Saga.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good throughout the series. So yeah, it's the final conclusion. It's the rebellion in full force. It's Katniss, achieving her one true mission that she's had from the beginning, and it's very exciting.
Snow tiene que pagar por lo que ha hecho.
De un modo u otro, esta guerra va a acabar.
Wow, Josh, you're really, really impressing me today. Really? Wow. Good job, Claudia. It felt we often say goodbye to characters a lot sooner. In normal movies, a few months, and then you start a character, and then they have their arc, and then it's over. With Katniss, I grew up with this character and developed kind of with her, so it was emotional, but it also felt nice to give her the peace that she deserved and then leave it. So I guess overall I feel nothing.
Todos tenemos un enemigo. Él corrompe todo y a todos.
It's when I first read the books, the kind of journey that Peeta goes on was the thing that I was most excited to play. To have a character that starts out with everyone trusting in him and thinking that he's this golden personality and this guy who can be completely trusted, and then he gets completely turned on his head and his mind gets all switched around. As an actor, I think it's really kind of fun to play that sort of character that loses themselves completely and has to try to rebuild sort of from the ground up. So yeah, for me it was really fun to play as an actor, and challenging too. I had to do things I hadn't really done before, and be really extreme and lose my mind, and I've only done that off camera.
Esta noche apuntad vuestras armas al Capitolio.
I don't think he's a villain. I think it's a great example of how war changes people and changes their ideals. He's someone that has set out to support Katniss. He cares about it. He loves Katniss. So he's there to support her and try and keep her alive as much as he can. But yeah, through the course of all these events, you see how it changes his way of thinking, and he ends up sort of making a mistake and doing something that I think he wouldn't have originally done, and going to a more extreme place than he usually would. It's a great example of how war changes people.
Mi querida señorita Everdeen, no cometa un error. El juego no ha terminado.
I think that it's all of those. I think that there isn't. That's the overall message of these films, and they're told over the course of different sides of the story that gets to this conclusion of war. What do I think about sacrifice?
That's a good theme for this one. No, I was thinking that could be a good theme for this one because everyone has to sacrifice.
Well, take it away. Don't whisper to me.
Well, no, because your character has the biggest sacrifice of all.
Well, just talk about it.
No, I was just saying, I think that also, like in this one, a big theme is the sacrifice, because all the people decide to sacrifice their own lives and their livelihood to try to make a change and make an effort to make a new world.
The sacrifices of war.
The sacrifices of war and the consequences that come with that.
The personal sacrifice that comes when you want change.
Yeah.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a los 76º Juegos del Hambre.